Hello and a very warm welcome, driver ratings for the British Grand Prix. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10 for their weekend. Now this one could be controversial to say the least, but yeah, Silverstone, great weekend. A great weekend for Max, Mclaren. And yeah, let's jump into it. So as usual, give a detailed opinion on the mark. Right, Red Bull first. Max, 10. Now, I might as well just keep this in for the rest of the season. I mean, what more can you say, really? Pole position, no surprise, fastest lap, race win. I mean, don't really need to say much more, do I? Sergio Perez, 0. Yes, he got 6, I don't care. 0. Shambles. Week after week, underperforming. P16 again, out in Q1. Alex Albon's matched him in qualifying in the Williams. Absolutely shocking. P6 in the race. I'm not giving him any credit for that. He's in the fastest car. He ain't delivering. Get him sacked. Simple. Stinking the joint out is Sergio. Jumping into the red bellends Ferrari. Well, what a contrast. These two I gave 10 last week. Yeah. Charles Leclerc, 3. Now, it's part driver and part team, I think. I just don't know what's going on. He missed the whole of practice too, qualifies 4th, finishes 9th. He was doing well at the start of the race, Charles, holding off George, and then it just goes tits up. They just go backwards. Very slow, no pace. Carlos Sainz, 3. Yeah, pretty much the same. He was not happy with Charles Leclerc, jumping ahead of him in the quali, and the safety car comes out at the worst possible time, and he finished P10. Yeah, disaster for Ferrari. 9th and 10th, a year anniversary since their last win. Shambles. Aston Martin. In we go with Aston Martin. Fernando Alonso, 5. Yeah, qualified 9th, finished 7th. No pace. Like, McLaren, obviously massive with the upgrades. Mercedes were quicker. Aston really need to get their act together. They had an impressive start, but they're getting a bit found out now. Lance Stroll, 0. Yeah, 0. He's underperforming, and he needs... Well, we've questioned him for years. Has he got the minerals to be in this seat? I just feel someone else would do a better job. He qualified 12th, massive mess as Ocon dive-bombed him, they ruined each other's laps, and then in the race he smashed into Gasly and got a 5-second penalty, not performing. I think he finished 14th in the end. That's shocking. Mercedes, now this may surprise a few, and this is not me being biased, this is straight down the pipe. Lewis Hamilton, 6, and I've given him less than George. No favouritism. Lewis Hamilton was having a very average British Grand Prix. He got a poor start, was looking like he was going to finish 7th, and then because he stayed out, the safety car came out at the perfect time. He got a free pit stop. He ends up on the podium, but extremely lucky, extremely lucky. George had his number this weekend, and Lewis has got away with 1. George Russell, 8. P6 in quali, beats Lewis. He was guaranteed P4 in the race, and then, yeah, the safety car really shafted him, and he ended up coming home in P5 for George. Yeah, strong weekend by George, I would say. Gear up there, McLaren F1. Oh, how good it was to see my team back at the front where they belong. It's been painful. Through the dark times, we support this team, and results like this make it worthwhile. Lando Norris, 10. A guy who I can't stand really, but honestly, brilliant. I can't speak highly enough of him actually, which, yeah, I'm looking like I'm going to be proved wrong on this one, but I'm sticking to me guns. Home GP, qualified 2nd, was leading the race, perfect start. defended like an animal against Lewis and finished P2. Best result in F1. And yeah, well, actually, it's his joint best, is it? Did he get P2 at Russia? Yeah, I can't remember on that one. I'll have to. Yeah, but first podium at Silverstone in front of home crowd. Perfect weekend. Oscar Piastri, 10. Now, I'm excited about Piastri. He qualifies third, was guaranteed to finish third, but he was robbed of a podium due to the safety car. Oscar Piastri is a rookie, and I'm honestly excited. I think he can honestly take it to Lando Norris. What's that? Is 10th race, because we didn't race at Imola. P4, should have been a podium. Outstanding Oscar Piastri. What a weekend for McLaren. Alfa Romeo. Jumping into Alfa Romeo. Porntash, Valtteri Bottas, 6. Yeah, he's picked up his game, was looking really bad, but yeah, he's starting. I think it was Dane said Valtteri 3 times. He's beat Joe now. Yeah, he stopped at the end of Q1. Then he got disqualified from quali, but P12 finish, not too bad by Valtteri. I give him credit. A better weekend. Guan Yu Zhou 2. Now, as I say every time, he's the most difficult guy to mark. He never does anything. What does he do? What does he do? He qualifies 18th, finishes 15. What does he do? Someone comment down below. Alpine next. Sorry about that red thing. I've just put the scores in. I think that's why it's coming up with a red thing. Esteban Ocon 3. Yeah, he dive-bombed Lance Stroll in qualifying, ruined Stroll's lap and his own lap. Not very good. And a poor weekend. Retired on lap 10. Gasly 5. He was having a good weekend, Gasly. He was streamlining Ocon everywhere. Yeah, retired because Lance Stroll fancied playing bumper cars with him. Yeah. Disappointing for Gasly. He probably would have scored points. AlphaTauri, probably the slowest team on the grid at the minute. Yuki Tsunoda, we've heard plenty. Oh, Yuki Tsunoda. Big up 1'1", but unfortunately, he's getting 2. No pace. AlphaTauri are dreadful. Yeah, you can hype Yuki up all you want, but he's in a very slow car at the minute. Qualified 17th, finished 16th. Not much more to say. Nick de Vries 1. I think I've only given 1 on the fact that I always hammer him with 0. I mean, not much to write home about. Qualified 19th, needs the sack. Finishes 17th. No pace. Haas F1, Nico Hülkenberg 5. Once again, a strong qualified P11. Damaged his wing early on. That compromised his race, and he finished 13th. Hülkenberg, right now, has got Magnussen's number. Kevin Magnussen, 0. Honestly, I think that may be the 5th time I've gave him 0 in a row. What is wrong with this guy? Qualifies last, and then retires. He stops out on track, bringing out a red flag, and then safety car comes out as Magnussen was on fire. Absolutely useless recently, Magnussen. He's another one under pressure. Last but not least, Williams. Alex Albon, 10. Wow, was he good in practice, or was he good in practice? P3 in FP1, FP2. I mean, just stunning. Qualifies 8th, finishes 8th. Just checking me notes, yeah. Defended very well at the end against Charles Leclerc as well. Albon is on a scintillating bit of form. Really is. Linked with Ferrari. Forget the Ferrari links. He's not going to Ferrari. But yeah, just enjoy the moment. Logan Sargent, 8. Yeah, I think that may be the highest mark I've given him. He qualified P14. That was underperforming. He should have been in Q3, but yeah, finishes 11th. Strong weekend for Logan. Credit where it's due. Should be in the points though, I think. But yeah, that hopefully gives him a bit of confidence for the future races with Hungary and Spa coming up. So there we have it. Driver ratings for the British Grand Prix. We got a week off. Then we go to Hungary and Spa. And then we'll have a month off with the summer break. The British Grand Prix, always a success. McLaren. That's what it's about for me this weekend. You go through the highs and lows of supporting McLaren, retiring all the time during Honda era, and to see them qualify second and third, finishing second and fourth, brings a smile to my face. The McLaren boys were outstanding. Brilliant. Put a smile on my face seeing McLaren back at the front, and leading the British Grand Prix was a highlight. Adios. Comment down below your thoughts. Brilliant. One of my favourite videos to do, driver ratings. And the views go insane.